What's good? It's your boy, Mixtape Moth, and today I'm going to give y'all my thoughts on the new Currency and Harry Fraud tape entitled The OutRunners. Let's get to it. Currency is a prolific rapper coming out of New Orleans. Basically, if you blink, you are going to miss all of the projects and EPs that he puts out. However, the good thing is that Currency never leaves us in a drought. But some of his projects that I've been rocking with lately, as in the last year or so, are 2019's Gran Turismo with Static Selecta, as well as his contributions on that Jet Life album, Plan of Attack. So this time around, he teamed up again with Harry Fraud. These two have had really dope chemistry since their Cigarette Boats EP back in 2012. In 2018, they dropped the Marina EP, which was also pretty dope. And thankfully, they continue that winning formula on the OutRunners. I feel both Harry Fraud and Currency brought their A game on this short 9-track offering. All the samples are ultra smooth. I'm really digging the sample-based production that Harry laced Spitta with. And I think lyrically, Currency is sounding like the old Spitta on this tape, like the 2011 to 2014 era Currency, where he was rapping with a little more enthusiasm, with a little more energy. He definitely sounded pretty rejuvenated. Now, that's not to say that he hasn't been on point, but I'm detecting a little more hunger in his voice and flow on this tape. So with that being said, let me go ahead and give y'all a track-by-track breakdown. The first song, Offloading, immediately sets the vibe, one of which Currency is talking about, guess what? His cars. He's giving you a visual of his lifestyle. The beat is hazy. I like the vocal sample. It's very trippy. This does sound like some signature Harry Fraud production. I feel this was a good way to open up the project. Next up is Cutlass Cathedrals, and man, it has a fantastic instrumental. I also like the chopped and screwed vocals on the hook. I thought it contrasted nicely with the smooth beat. This is riding music with a splash of motivation. Currency speaks on Rick Ross's car collection and how that inspired him to want to go harder in order to get his car game up. On the second verse, he even gets a little spiritual with lines like, over time I prayed to God for it, but he made me wait, had to condition my spirit so that it wouldn't break. Then we have 90 IROC-Z featuring Wiz. I'm really digging the 90s style production here. We get some saxophone and really glorious pianos. I'm kind of getting some Pete Rock vibes from this beat for some reason. Currency has a really strong opening verse with rest in peace, Yams, long live Nip. Pray strength for Black Sam. I got a cold 6-pack, and I don't mean beer cans. 6 bad bitches coming to the yard to tan. So it's real slick, classic wordplay from Currency. We also get Wiz on the hook doing some crooning. It's not bad, and I thought his verse was all right. I wasn't blown away by it, but this was a real chill and vibe-heavy record. I think it's also one of the standout tracks. After that, we get Gold and Chrome, which shows Currency in more of an introspective bag. He's talking about how he wants to see his son grow up to be able to ride on gold and chrome, just like how he does. He also remarks on how life has changed dramatically since Corona hit, and now if you are being smart and cautious, people label you as a germaphobe. And I can really feel Spitta on this on a personal level, because I know people that think this shit is a joke with COVID. They tell me, stop being paranoid, and oh, you know what, you're such a germaphobe anyway. And I think, well, how about fuck off and let me be safe? But I really like the smooth strings and Mac-ish 70s feel to the production. It's definitely a thought-provoking track to ride out to. The next song is Mugello Red, and it features Ricky Rose. The beat is very elegant and luxurious. I'm almost getting an Alchemist yacht rock vibe too from this. Ross's verse was just okay, but I did like how he said, I never did it for the status, I just lusted for the cabbage. Nike's out the box, backwoods throughout the palace. So yeah, these two are painting a portrait of the lifestyle of the rich and shameless. This was a cool track, but not one of my favorites. It was just kind of there. Then we have the closest thing to a banger on this tape, and it's Riviera Beach featuring Conway. I thought both killed their verses. They seemed to find a nice pocket. Conway states, every one of my projects resonate with dudes still in the projects. The bass line is groovy. The beat is a nice mix of smooth but rugged. I like this track a lot. Conway was coming with some dope wordplay that seemed like a little Cool G rap-esque. The following song, 7 C's, is another highlight. I like the dreamy flute production as well as the slight trap bounce. Spitta is again painting another visual of his James Bond lifestyle. He said, got it open air market like The Wire, so we get it on. All the fiends is banging it through their headphones. So that's basically Spitta letting you know that he still got that audio dope for all the rap addicts out there. After that is the Jim Jones featured In the Coupe, which is another favorite of mine off the tape. The beat is crazy, it's soulful with a Wu-Tang meets Pete Rock feel. Again, this is the second time I'm mentioning Pete Rock, but for some reason I'm hearing Pete Rock. Spitta sounds really hungry on this particular track. Jim is giving us some game as well as reflecting back to his days on the street before Dipset. This is some hustle and motivate, get into the money kind of music. The tape closes out with Pounds of Paper. It contains another intoxicating sample. Just like the opener, it was a cool way to close out a very solid project. Overall, I give this a rating of 4 out of 5. Again, it just speaks to how consistent and underrated Curren$y is as an artist. And it also shows the strong chemistry that both Harry Fraud and Spitta have still maintained after all these years. I would say this is Curren$y's best project in a year or more. I'd say it's about as good, if not slightly better than Gran Turismo. I think I also enjoyed a little more than the Marina EP. Even though Curren$y is still a laid back and nonchalant boss, he seemed like he had something to prove on this tape. I think this enthusiasm was needed because with all the albums that Curren$y does drop, he needed one where we could all say, hey yo, this is the Curren$y tape that you need to check out. My favorite tracks include Cutlass, Cathedral, 90 IROC-Z, Golden Chrome, Riviera Beach, 7 C's, and In the Coupe. Let me know what you thought of this project in the comment section below. It's your boy, Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. Curren$y, Harry Fraud, the OutRunners, 1.